Perfect. So let's hope that the microphone works, the slides are working, we're good to go. So for most people in this room, I am talking to an audience who knows our story, but it's always worth telling it quickly. PICO is about to approach its 10-year anniversary. We have been making and designing and developing not just hardware, but the operating system, the SDK, the API, and we have, over the 10 years that we've been in business, developed more than 7 different generations of products. So some of them are 3DOF, some of them are 6DOF, but these are complete ecosystem products. So if you're a developer, you're able to work with the hardware, you're able to work with enterprise-focused SDK, you have an operating system that's built for XR, and we've been designing and developing and releasing products, and today we're really, really happy that a lot of people are going to get their first opportunity to get hands-on time with the PICO 4 Ultra Enterprise and the motion trackers. So that's the product here in the bottom corner, which is the best MR headset for enterprise deployments on the market. And here is a quick summary. Yeah. Round of applause for new hardware. And associated with that hardware are the motion tracker, which these two combined represent a number of new development opportunities. So you can do things with the dual stereo cameras. There's a TOF sensor. You can now track legs. You can do object tracking. But today, we are not here to talk about the hardware. You can try the hardware in the meeting room. Today, we're talking about how we're building out the most robust suite of enterprise-focused software that allow you as a developer, you as an end customer, to be able to deploy projects at scale within your business. So we want your business to bloom. And to be able to do that, we believe that advanced businesses need scalable, manageable solutions, tools. So we are here to announce, I am here to announce to you today, but it will also be going live on our social media, and there will be a website that you can check for more details, PICO Business Device Manager. So it is a first-party MDM solution tailored for PICO devices. So these are some of the questions or use cases that we believe drive us to produce this product, to bring this product to market. So I need to manage devices remotely. I have a large number of devices. I'm trying to make sure that the right applications, the right content is being used by the right users, and tracking their progress and making sure they're doing the training that they need to be doing. There are 3 guiding principles. So it needs to be simple, needs to be secure, and needs to be scalable. Simple. So you can obviously enroll a batch of devices at the same time. Another thing that we can deliver on as the owner and manufacturer of the hardware, as well as this enterprise solution, is that when you do a factory reset of the devices, the client is still going to be installed on the hardware. So you can completely reset the device and then re-enroll the device in our MDM system. Then we have a number of ways of working with organizations to make sure that there's SSO login. We have the opportunity to be able to set up and configure your custom home screen. And then there is an entire white paper and a number of associated documents related to data policy and data privacy. And then the great thing about this is once you've set up the devices, once you've got the system going, obviously there are a ton of tools and controls and permission and admin structure, so you're able to manage devices, batch update devices with different configurations, keep track of devices in different locations. how does it work? Well, we have kiosk mode, which is pretty standard at this point. There's also the ability to customize the home screen and also set up the user interface for the default Pico screen. This is an example of some of the reporting tools that you'll have access to when you enroll your devices. So there's a dashboard. You can look at live monitoring of the devices, so real-time updates that are coming from the headset, like battery level or the status of the device or which content is installed on which applications, whether they're updating. And then the key thing is that anyone who enrolls any devices between now and June 1st, you will get access to 12 months of free license. So think of it as like an open trial period from Pico. We want to see how the product gets used. We want to remove any point of friction, allow as many people and as many devices to be used. And then starting in June, there will be a monthly fee or an annual fee associated with this. This product or this service will be available through the same set of channel partners that current Pico customers use to buy the hardware. So it's very, very easy to add a license to the device, to any purchase of devices. So the other thing that we did about 3 days ago or 5 days ago now, we pushed update on the system software. So I want to spend about 5 minutes also talking about the changes that or the additions that we made to our operating system. So the PUI 5.12 is the most recent version, and it has 6 key features that we have decided to focus on for this update. So advanced scan, camera access, improvement to the map, hands, multitasking, and a big improvement in the battery life. Advanced scan is the ability to read more and more types of QR codes. So we'd already had support for Roku markers, and now we are adding support for QR codes, and we're working on support for various types of barcodes. So you might ask, why is this important? Well, actually, if you're using an MR device and you're helping in like a warehouse scenario, being able to scan the barcodes, or if you're in LBE setting, being able to get really precise positional data by reading in a Roku code marker is a huge benefit to some of our key industry partners. Camera Plus. So this is my personal favorite feature. It's one that I've been harping on for a long, long time through social media, through LinkedIn, like exposing the camera data to developers and then seeing what happens when the camera data is combined with large language models, with image recognition, with other types of real-time AI. We are starting to see the fruits of this labor. We're trying to make it as easy as possible. We have built into the operating system the ability to grab the camera data from the Pico 4 Ultra Enterprise. You can then combine that camera data with all of these various AI tools and agents, and so you can we can start to imagine what this merging of XR and AI will actually look like in the enterprise market. So LBE is a huge, LBE stands for location-based entertainment, which is a key vertical that many of the people in this room are familiar with, and they are operators, they do LBE. But the improvements that we make for LBE are generally useful for lots of other industries and sectors. So things that you can do with LBE, you have one headset in a room, you want to scan the room, you want to label all the objects in the room, and then you want to share that map that you've created with all the other headsets that you want to run concurrently during that training session or during that game. And so now we've made the creating of the map and the exporting of the map and the sharing of the map much better. And then the hand tracking algorithms, so we are now fully OpenXR compatible with our hand tracking. It does require developers who are using like an older version of the Pico SDK to move to this new hand tracking model. But with this hand tracking model, we are now getting involved with we're following the standards of the industry. And so if you make an OpenXR application for another headset and you're using hand tracking, it should be very seamless to take that hand tracking and bring it to your Pico devices as well. And then this is an example of we're seeing what's happening in the market and that there's a lot of behavior related to using multiple 2D applications and some, like being able to basically create a custom view for yourself, a dashboard for yourself with multiple 2D windows open at the same time. So maybe a browser window and then a chat window, and then you've got your browser, whatever. Anyway, you get the point. So multi-user, multitasking is now built into the operating system. And then the last thing, maybe the least glamorous, but definitely something that means the device will be used more often, more frequently, and for longer. There's a bunch of improvements to the battery algorithm for the devices. So this is our way of talking about the universe as it relates to Pico and the constellation of things that we have to manage and update and bring to the market to make Pico the best developer and the best platform for enterprise businesses. There's everything related to the software. So we talked a little bit about the OS, about LBE. We make the world's best hardware. We are constantly working on our SDK. And then most importantly, everybody in this room, you have a chance to come and try this stuff for yourself. Everything that I talked about is sitting in our meeting room. And so the meeting room is open all day for the rest of the day, for all day tomorrow, for demos. And with that, I am done. I kept it short and sweet. So thank you, everyone.